What's up, guys? I saw this meme today as I was scrolling through my Facebook feed, and the meme said, "Failure defeats losers, but inspires winners." And it was kind of perfect timing because I was thinking about something very similar as I was reflecting on some of the things that are going on in my organization. Some of the things that I've got to confront, some issues, some problems, and you're always going to have those things. You like to minimize them. I think good leadership helps to minimize those issues, excuses, problems. But what I've learned is, as you start to accomplish greater things as an organization, you start to run into a lot more problems. They say the bigger the goals, the bigger the dreams, the bigger the devils, and I have absolutely found that to be true. Anyway, so I was thinking about how some people absolutely thrive and do so well when there's an accountability conversation, or when there is some organizational discipline when there are failures, and then some people just don't. And I was trying to think about why that is, and it works right along with this particular meme. What I found is that there are people that view every single situation as good or bad depending on their feelings, so the way that they feel, which has a lot to do with ego, which has a lot to do with themselves, self-centeredness. So if I don't like accountability because it feels bad, and it's really not about the feeling, because a lot of things that don't always feel good actually are very good for us. And so what the meme kind of, the way that it spoke to me is that, motivation, inspiration, success, and the way that you approach these things, it's really an inside job. And so if somebody's having a conversation with me and I know that they care about my success, and I know that maybe perhaps there have been some failures or some areas that I need to improve in, or some standards that I didn't hit, or we had a meeting at 5 o'clock and I showed up at 5:03, so they canceled the meeting. I may not like that, okay? But what I've learned is that once I have a minute to cool down a little bit and really think about the situation as a whole, and I start to become rational instead of emotional. So once I turn the ego off and I start to think about what's going to make me the best servant for people, what's going to make me the best leader, what's going to make me the best person, what I find out is that the temporary feelings or emotions that I don't like, that might seem to be demotivating to me, once I get those out of the way, the conversation ends up being extremely motivating and helps me to be a better leader and a better person. So I'm someone that responds well to tough coaching, and so I thrive and do better as a leader in that type of an environment. And so I think there's a distinction between tough and cruel coaching. Not cruel coaching. I think you got to be fair. I think you've got to be objective, and I think you've got to definitely try to look out for the person and build them up. But I think if you're too afraid or too weak or too scared to have an accountability conversation with someone, or you don't want to hurt someone's feeling, you can't hold standards, you can't hold the line, you can't hold people to a level of discipline, you'll have a lot of really pleasant, nice conversations. You just won't help a lot of people succeed. You're not going to help a lot of people out financially, and you're not going to create a culture in your organization that's going to attract winners, because winners attract winners. And so when you allow the type of behavior that losers exhibit, which is in that meme, which basically said that failure defeats losers. So when you allow that behavior in your organization, then naturally you're going to start to multiply it. Whereas it inspires winners, and that's what we want. We want to fan the flame. So if your feelings are extinguishing your flame of motivation because you get demotivated because of something somebody said to you, then I have to tell you, you're going to have a really hard time. You're never going to win that way. You've got to get your ego out of the way, the feelings out of the way, and you've got to take as much good as you possibly can from every conversation that someone has with you that's really trying to help you to become better by confronting issues and not just letting the stuff slide. Because a bad habit that's not confronted, guys, that is going to become a habit. It's going to become something in your life that's going to really hurt you and harm you from being able to achieve the things that you want to achieve. And so a real leader, a coach who is a servant, they're going to confront those tough issues with you. You can get anybody that doesn't care about you to tell you the things you want to hear, but you need someone that really cares about you to be willing to have the tough conversations, to put their desire to be liked and to be popular with you aside, to hold the standards, to be principled, and to be loyal to what it is that you've agreed to try to accomplish together. So that was just my thought today. Hopefully you guys got something out of that. Enjoy the day. As always, sacrifice creates opportunity. I'm rocking the shirt today. The sacrifices you make today are going to give you opportunity tomorrow. So keep sowing seeds every single day and be the best that you could possibly be. Focus on the process, not on yesterday, not on tomorrow, but on what you can do today to get you closer to the person that you want to be in the future. Have a great day.